not choose nobody. Worst cabbage. Worst.
Yeah, we want that.
Push on the big thing anyway.
Whatever. The belongs to the apostles and elders of Great Stone. Salutations to the Hakim out there pushing his word in all sincerity and all truth. We are the Hebrew Israelites, not the black Hebrew Israelites. We are the Hebrew Israelites, true descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right, the people of the promise, right, who are foreordained to inherit this earth in everlasting righteousness through the mercies of David, right, through the sacrifice of Yahushua. Right, we were the people who were scattered through the transatlantic slave trade, starting with the Native Americans of southern, central, and northern America, right, and starting and then continuing with the southern kingdom from the western and the northern coast of Africa. We are the descendants of those people, right, the Hebrew Israelites, right, we come to teach our people their true identity as a people, right, for them to leave these labels that have been placed on them by today's society, like so-called black, so-called Negro, so-called West Indian, Jamaican, you know, Trinidadian, American, all these different labels that have been placed on our people to put a band-aid over true identity, right, and true power that our people have, right? We come to teach our people that they need to repent, right, and that repentance is only offered unto the 1/3 of our people, the elect of the nation of Israel, right, and that repentance through the sacrifice of Yahushua is our way to be delivered from the coming apocalypse that will come upon this earth, right? And speaking of apocalypse, we also teach the prophecies that are written in the book, in the Holy Scriptures, mainly World War III, which is the third war written of in Revelation. We also speak about the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, right? Among other major prophecies such as earthquakes, famine, protests, and uproars of the people. Right? All these different things we teach from the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai as messengers and representatives of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, aka prophets of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. When you're ready, brother.
It's Jeremiah 28 verse 8.
Right?
The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right, so the prophets that have been before us, all the major prophets which we read about in the scriptures, right, they brought about messages of doom, right, to the ruling societies. So we come out here, right, and we speak about the destruction of this present governmental system that governs the earth, right, starting with the very elite, the so-called white man that's at the very top, right, which are right down to our people, which are at the very bottom, yo. Right, the system of governance that rule the earth right now is a corrupt one, right? Even right here in small Jamaica, right, the system is corrupt, right? Our leaders care nothing more than to fill the pockets, than to commit idolatry, which is witchcraft, right? And also to commit adultery, right? And murder, lying, stealing, all these different things, yo, right? But we come to reprove our people, right? Through the word of the Heavenly Father, yo, right? As I said before, we act as messengers, right, of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, delivering the message of rebuke to our people, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. Anything else, brother? Ezekiel 2, and it's married. See?
This is Ezekiel 2 verse 3.
Right.
And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel.
Right. So that's who we come to, you primarily, right? Even though we teach these other nations their inheritance, which is slavery, right? And Esau specifically slavery and then extermination, right? But we also come primarily to our people, right? Which is why we're out here in the streets of Harper Tree, right? Crying unto our people, yo. Go on.
And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel,
right,
to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day.
Right. So from the time our people, even before our people went into the land of Canaan, which the Lord promised us, right, our people have been rebelling against the Heavenly Father, right, and more so as time progressed, yo, right, as the priest, I believe in Haggai 1. They say the conquer worm at Eden, right? Let's get that from that. Haggai, chapter, I believe Haggai chapter 1. Conquer worm. Haggai chapter 1. Haggai chapter 1. Joel chapter 1. Joel chapter 1. Let's see here, someone yeah, man.
It's Joel 1 verse 1.
Right.
The word of the Lord, the word of Yahweh that came to Joel the son of Bethuel. Hear this, ye old men, and give ear, all ye inhabitants of the land. Hath this been in your days, or even in the days of your fathers? Tell ye your children of it, and let your children tell their children, and their children another generation. That which the palmerworm hath left, hath the locust eaten, and that which the locust hath left, hath the cankerworm eaten, and that which the cankerworm hath left, hath the caterpillar eaten.
Right. So the message here is a message of degeneration. Right? After each generation, our people degenerate even more and more and fall from ancestral quality. Right? So from the time when we entered into the land of Canaan and claimed it for ourselves, we've been sinning against the Heavenly Father. And each generation that sin, right, gets worse and worse, until we reach the point where we are today. Right? Our women calling themselves men, our men calling themselves women, right, going after the lust of our hearts, promoting adultery to the teeth, right, serving false gods, right. Our people have completely lost their identity. It's not like back in the ancient time when we know that we were Israelites, but we still, we're sinning. No, we don't even know who we are, right. So as a people, we've completely lost it, right. What?
This is Jeremiah 2 verse 21. Yet I planted thee a noble vine,
right,
wholly on the right seed. Oh, then thou turn into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me.
Exactly. So that's what we are right now, Right? We are a strange vine, a degenerate vine, And if you look up degenerate, right, it's from the Latin degeneratus, which means to fall from your race, Right? We fallen from the they call it now, the qualities that we had as a people, Give me Deuteronomy 4 verse 5. Right? There were certain qualities that we were supposed to have as an Israelite, as an Israelite man, as an Israelite woman. We were supposed to be the standard, We are supposed to be, and we will be the standard of what a man, a woman, or a child should be, Right? Verse 5.
Deuteronomy 4 verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me,
right,
that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations,
right,
which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who hath the Most High so nigh unto them? As the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for. And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgment so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
Right, so the nation should have looked on and said these things, that we are wise and understanding people, a perfect people, a people nigh unto God. You see me? But what do they look on and see? They look on and see the generated men, you see me, claiming that they are gallus, really and truly nasty. Men claiming that they are advocates of the new masculinity, which is nothing but femininity, you see me, and homosexuality, right? We have women claiming that they are equal and even more empowered than men, right? Claiming that they don't need a man, right? Women going as far as to become homosexuals, courting other women. Some of them even going through sex change operations to identify more as a man, you see me? So we've fallen far from what we should have been, We should have been as the what? As the light of the world, if you can find me that in Matthew, right? We are the light of the world, you see me? We are supposed to be that beacon on the hill that every other nation look up to, I said this is what we should be as a person, as a people, Right? If you can find hold on to the skirt of him, the Jew. Find a few that. Right?
This is St. Matthew 5 verse 14. Ye are the light of the world.
Right.
A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid.
Right. So we as a people, right, should be the light of the earth, yo. Right. But right now, that duty has fallen to the elect. Right. And then in the kingdom, the entire nation will again, be the light of the earth, yo. But right now, the elect are the light of the earth, yo. The elect of the nation of Israel, yo, starting with the 144,000 prophets and priests and kings, yo. Right. We are the light of the world, yo. One.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Right, because the whole earth is in darkness, yo. Right now, if you leave these heathen to do all them please, right, them destroy themselves, yo. Right, look at the Chinese, yo, the so-called Chinese, which are the Moabites. They eat any damn thing, yo. You see me? All these Asian people over there, they eat anything, yo. Esau, right? When Esau eating meat, it's bloody, yo. You see me? So these nations don't know proper hygiene. They don't know proper morals. So therefore we should what? We should teach them, yo. Right? And in the kingdom, that's what we'll do, yo. Right? This is
this is Zechariah 8 verse 23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass.
In what days? In the kingdom, yo. What?
That 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that Yahweh is with you.
Right. So going right back to what Deuteronomy 4 verse 5 say, yo. Right, that nations will look on and see that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is nigh unto these people. Right? Therefore they are blessed, therefore they are powerful, therefore they are uplifted, they are perfect, they are righteous. In the kingdom, that order is going to be re-established, yo. Right? The scripture say they will hold the skirt of one that is a Jew, right? And say what? We have heard that Yahweh is with you. We have heard that blessing is with you, yo. Right? So they want to follow with what? So that they can keep the laws, yo. Right? And in keeping the laws, they're going to receive blessing, yo. Because at the end of 1,000 years of slavery, these nations are going to get back them land, yo. Right? They're going to be tributaries to we, yo. Right? They're going to keep the laws, but at least they're going to have lands, yo. Right, except Esau going to be utterly exterminated, yo. Right, but the nations are going to be established in righteousness, yo. Why? Because the ruler of the people will be righteous, yo. So will the rest of the people, yo. Alright, if you want to bring that down, you can bring that down. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 1.
This is St. John 12 and verse 35. Then Yahushua said unto them, yet a little while the light with you.
Right.
Walk while ye have the light, lest darkness come upon you. For he that walketh in darkness knoweth not whither he goeth.
Right. And the majority of our people walk on in darkness, yo. Thick darkness that you can reach out and touch, yo. You see me? They don't know where to go. But we have the light, yo.
Let me finish the
what?
Finish the Matthew. Verse 14. No. Yes. Matthew 5 verse 16. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Right, the light that the scripture is talking about is the truth, yo. Right? The words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Right? And it said what? That men may glorify your Father which is in heaven, because we come out here as oracles, as representatives and ambassadors of Yahweh Yahushua, yo. We don't come out here representing our own glory, our own knowledge, right? Our own light. No. This light, right, is pretty much the light of Yahweh Shai. Right? That's how we're coming out here representing you. Right? So now, right, we're people walking in darkness. But we do what? We'll come to offer light to the elect, to those who have eyes to see, that they may see which way is the good way to go, yo.
Right? This is Ecclesiasticus 10 verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Right. So that wise man that's going to instruct his people, it starts with Yahushua, King David, the 12 apostles, the 144,000, going on down to 130. We going to represent that righteous man ordering his kingdom, yo. Right? So the whole earth going to be ordered under us, yo. The whole earth going to prosper. Hey, today the brothers were speaking about something in one of the WhatsApp group. How you have worms, you see me, in fishes in the sea, yo. Right? So the oceans polluted, the air that we breathe polluted, the food that we eat polluted, the medicines, so-called medicines that we're taking are pretty much poison. You see me, the information that we consume, the education system, the entertainment from the movies and the songs, all these different things are what are polluted, yo. Right? Why? Because an evil man is ruling, yo. Right? A man that is unwise. So when the wise have taken over rulership of the earth, the food gonna be pure. The earth gonna be pure. Right? The information that you receive gonna be pure. Right? The women, the children, the men gonna be pure, yo. Right? Because if the head is pure, the whole body gonna be pure, yo. Right? And that's how it's gonna be in the kingdom, yo. Right? Scripture say what? The whole earth is gonna be refreshed, yo. As Yahweh Shai say, I think in the Revelation, it's a behold, I make all things new, yo. And if you look up the word new, I believe the Greek word is kaino or something related to that. Kainos. Right? It means to be refreshed, yo. Right? So the whole earth is gonna be refreshed under the leadership of the Israelites, yo. That's how we're coming out here to teach, yo. That the time of the Israelites is come, yo.
I'm just speaking this quickly. Isaiah 60 verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
Right, so this is the message to the elect of the nation of Israel. Right, arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahweh has risen upon you. Right, which is what? Which is the sure mercies of David, yo. Starting with us understanding these words, yo, which is what? Which is the light. Right, and then moving from that spiritual understanding to actually what? Taking the kingdom, yo. Right? So now we're supposed to stand up on our feet, as the scripture saying, Revelation 11. Right, we're standing up on our feet, yo. Right, claiming the birthright, the inheritance that was promised to us through Yahweh Shai, yo. What?
Verse 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
Right, talking about what? Confusion. Right, misinformation, yo. Right, people losing their way.
Yep.
What?
But Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee, and the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and the kings to the brightness of thy rising.
Right. So that's talking about when we get established as a people, yo, in the land, right, in the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be done here on earth, not somewhere floating off in the clouds. Right, the kingdom of heaven going to be on earth, centered in Jerusalem, yo. Right? He said the nations are what? They're going to flow to the light, yo. Hey, just like a moth flows to a lamp, yo, or a light bulb. Right? So the nations going to flow to us, yo. Right? Because we going to be the beacon on a hill, yo. That lighthouse that all the ships want to come to, yo. Right? Give me Isaiah 2. Isaiah 2.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I see one on Micah.
Micah 4, I see me.
Yeah. Micah 4 verse 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of Yahweh, of the house of Yahweh, shall be established in the top of the mountain.
Right, so that's pretty much saying that the nation of Israel gonna be exalted above all other people, yo, as it was supposed to be from the foundation, yo. One.
And it shall be exalted above the hills.
Right.
And the people shall flow into it, unto it. And many nations shall come and say, Come, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem.
Continue.
And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nations shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Right, and if you contrast this definition, right, with the so-called state of Israel right now that was founded in 1948, right, the scripture is speaking about the other nations coming to Israel to worship, right, and to learn our laws. Nations being rebuked, right, nations beating their swords in the plowshares, meaning putting down their weapons, right, and fostering peace. Is that happening right now, yo? No, it's not, yo. Showing you that the people over there in the land of Israel are nothing but imposters, yo. Right? They are Edomites, yo. Right? Descendants of Esau, the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, yo. Our enemy, the enemy of Jacob, yo. Right?
Yeah, precept says, Salaki, precept says, my people shall be all righteous.
God.
So we're going over there in the land of Israel now. You have the brother do a video on it. Pedophile and sodomites marching in the streets of Tel Aviv.
Yeah, one of the biggest gay parades up in every summer over there, yo. They call it Gay Pride, yo. Right in the middle of Tel Aviv, yo. right?
Even March them celebrate Purim, you see me? And it's like a freak show. You see me?
Which pyramid? Which the thing is, yo, what these men are doing, yo. Right, give me Psalm 50 verse 6. What these men are doing, yo, right? Claiming that they are the Israelites, taking on taking up the statutes and the laws, you see me, and the custom of our people, and polluting them, yo, perverting them, yo.
Yeah.
Right, go on, brother.
This is Psalm 50 verse 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou do to declare my statutes?
Right, what have you to declare the Most High statutes, yo? To claim that you're celebrating Purim, to claim that you're celebrating Yom Kippur or any other thing that you claim that you're celebrating, yo, when all you do is pollute it and twist it, yo, and pervert it, yo, with your nastiness, yo. One?
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth,
Right?
seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee.
Right, because one of the key laws, you see me, in the Old Testament, right, is that if a man lie with mankind, right, they shall both be put to death, yo.
Yeah.
You see me? And if women lie with womankind, they also shall put to death. But yet, you promote it in the Holy Land, yo, in the land that should be upright, yo. Right, as scripture say, yo, if we favor you showed unto the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. Even in the land of uprightness, will he deal unjustly, yo, and that's what he's doing, yo. You see me? So the laws, he down here, claiming that him of the laws, claiming the heritage that we have the true heritage for, you see me? But what? But not walking in the footsteps, yo. It's just like the, when they forced the Samaritans into the fake Samaritans into the land, yo, and tried to teach them the laws, yo. Right? But them couldn't do it, yo. You see me? Only in the kingdom, we're going to force them to do it, yo, and that's when they're going to do it, yo. But Esau not going to be able to do it. Right? Esau is the naughty man, yo. You see me? Esau is the naughty man, and he was made to be naughty. You see me? Who can take a clean thing out of an unclean thing, yo? So therefore, we know that there's no correcting Esau, there's just punishment and extermination, yo. It's like you can't teach a cockroach to do nothing but thief and do nonsense. Can't make a crooked path straight. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Isaiah 24 verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Yep.
Right, and that's what Esau's done, yo. Right, Esau's changed all the profitable laws that were set up, right, and put unprofitable laws in place, yo. Unjust laws. Hey, if they even look on, you see me, how this world consumes energy, right? This world consumes energy by polluting the earth, yo. You see me? If you take a look at the medicine, the pharmaceutical industry, if you go back to pharmacy, you go back to the Greek word pharma, chemistry, sorcery, witchcraft. But if you look at the medicines that they give us, you see me, that they claim that they derive from plants, what they do? They put a lot of chemicals in it, yo, that are carcinogens, you see me, cancer causing agents, you see me, they cause a bunch of other health defects, you see me, so, hey, if you ever watch a commercial for your medication, a medication, one but the side effects the man just list off, or rapid fire, yeah, just list them off, so.
And when I tell about the benefits side, when they really compare the benefits to it.
One benefit and about 50 side effects, and I'm going to list them off,
including death.
Virgin, I can't forget the time I watch a commercial for a pill when you deal with depression. You see me, one of the side effects is suicidal tendencies. What kind of fuck is that, yo? Blindness and them things. Virgin, if me have depression, why would I want to take one pill and make me have suicidal tendencies? That makes sense.
Hey, when I use blues me here, I look up some medication, and they say the medication can also do result in a loss of hair.
See that?
It's Daniel 7 verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Right, saying that what? Saying that the Heavenly Father don't exist, saying that the Heavenly Father is white, right? Saying that the Heavenly Father loves homosexuals. Hey, you have the gay Bible nowadays. You see me? So the speaker kind of blasphemies against the Heavenly Father, yo. Right? What?
Yeah, can. He say, and he shall speak great words against the Most High,
right,
and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Right, our people are worn out, yo. Right? They're worn out from who they are, from what is right or wrong. You see me? Our people right now, they pretty much walk on in darkness, yo. You see me? And even if you try to tell them, look here, I want to the princes of the earth, you know. I want to supposed to rule. They said, no, stop. Like Gentile. You see me? Just point it to the nearest party. Point to the nearest man, so we can go take it and get the stripes and them things. You see me?
Point him to go kill him, brother.
Point him to go kill his brother, yo. You see me? Quick to do that, yo. Right? So, and all the thing is, yo, a lot of our people don't understand that the predicament of our people in right now, the fact that we're murderers, we're liars, we're poor, both morally and financially, all these different things are orchestrated by the so-called white man, yo. Right? What the hell do you think the garrisons them get guns from, yo? Whether it be the garrisons in Jamaica or the garrisons in Chicago, wherever the garrisons are, yo, wherever the ghettos are, where you think them get armed from, yo? Where you think the drugs from are coming to the communities, yo? Right? The economic climate where exists in Jamaica is tailored, yo. Look at Haiti. Haiti is a perfect example, yo. Haiti fought for independence in the 1800s, yo. I believe it's late 1700s. You see me? And immediately they place economic restraints on the country to make sure that them not prosper, yo. Right? So people are worn out, yo. What?
You ready, Daniel?
Finish it,
Huh? Daniel? Yeah. Four, Daniel, four?
No, no, 4. They're 7 and 25. Let's finish. And think to change times and laws, and they shall be given in the hand until a time and times and the dividing of times.
Right. Right? Which that time is ending right now, yo. What?
This is Micah 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
Today I watch a video, and the video is pretty much how AI makes it easier to kill you. You see me? And you would be scared if you know the amount of information that Esau has out there on you, yo. You see me? Just by your smartphone. Right? And then they come and now they're coming out with a more comprehensive way of getting information on you, right? With them 5G networks, you see me, them Internet of Things, the ID 2020 push for everybody have a digital identification system, this cashless society, and ultimately the R40 microchip, yo, which is the mark of the beast, right? So the things that when them money devise, yo, you see me, and think about secretly, yo, and bring them to pass. You be scared, yo, if you ever attend one of them when I close to a meeting, yo. You see me? It's the brother them what they are watching outside. You see me? Right? But the scripture say what? Woe unto them, yo. Why? Because when them think, give me that the fullness of their sufficiency, Job 20. Yep. You see me? Hey, when them think that them achieve it, when them all sit down on the table and say, yes, I'm gonna have my meal now. That's when the Father gonna disappoint him.
That's right.
You see me? The priest will say, arise, disappoint him. Yeah, 5 just search arise, disappoint him. Have it?
This is Job 20 verse 22. Job 20 verse 19. Because he hath oppressed and forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he built not.
Right. And one of the perfect examples of that is the North American continent, yo. Right? The so-called white man, you see me, literally started a campaign of genocide, you see me, against God. You see me, in North America, and the other North American tribes, yo. You see me? When they come over here to the so-called New World, to the Caribbean and Central and South America, yo, right? The amount of diseases and warfare they brought to the people, they almost extinct the people, yo. You see me? What?
Verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Right.
He shall not save of that which he desired.
Right.
There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Right.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
And the wicked there is talking about our people, yo, the oppressed. Right? If you look up that word, it means oppressed, yo, or afflicted, what?
A laborer.
A laborer.
Yeah, from Waimal.
When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Right. So when the so-called white man think that In system is completely, in place.
New World
You see me?
Order.
And New World Order is nicely cushioned in place. And World War III look like it a go how him want it go. You see me? And his brother say when him cause it all about small, when him about to cause about all that small and great, receive that shit, yo. You see me? Then your shy gonna come and disappoint him, yo. You see me? Right? The scripture says gonna be straight, which is what a position of difficulty. Yo. That's when you're gonna see the hour shy burst in the clouds, yo. You see me? And the fathership and thousands and thousands of other ships, yo, coming in, yo. Right? Real invasion.
Verse 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon.
Right, which is what? The iron weapon, yo.
Yep.
Right? Bow of steel shall strike him.
Right, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Done.
It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Which are those silos. They will missile silos, man.
Done.
Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him.
Yeah, we can pretty much stop that up. Alright, go on, brother.
Back in Micah 2, verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
Right, and the so-called white man has left a bloody trail to the pages of history, yo. Right, starting with our people, right, going over there in the Middle East, Central America, South Africa, Asia, isn't it, Europe. Everywhere the so-called white man goes, there's a bloody trail left behind him, yo. Right? This man is evil, yo. You see me? And a lot of the time he go and he make a so-called peace treaty with them, yo. Right? And then do what? Bring a peace treaty and slaughter them, yo. You see me? So, is there not going to be a punishment for this man, yo? This man going to be justified in all his evil? Right? Hey, if there's a righteous God that exists, this man has to be put down, yo.
Yes, you can say, though unjust and the wicked shall not go unpunished.
Yeah, so though you have an Edomite friend and say, oh, he's the best friend I got, right. And hey, Lord is still going to punish him if he's an Edomite, yo. If so be that he's truly of the seed of Esau, hey, in future, is slavery, extinction. That's it, yo. You see me? This man have to be exterminated from off the face of the earth. You just say one at a time, you're going to fly away as a dream, yo. You're going to wonder if one man actually exists so you used to do all them fuck here, yo. Right? Yep. That's the time we're looking forward to, yo.
Yep.
Precept.
Habakkuk 2 and 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity.
Right. So America was established by blood, yo, by the blood of our people. You see me? Europe was established by blood, yo. Right? All the empires of the so-called white man were established upon blood, yo. Mainly the blood of our people, yo. And the scripture says what? Woe unto him, yo. Right? Because I think there's a law in the tower would say that whosoever shed man's blood by his blood man shall be shed. I think I
Leviticus 35. No mercy.
Isn't it?
35.
In that Genesis the one. I said whosoever shed his man's blood by man's blood shall be shed.
Oh yeah, when you do that about
Isn't it? So yeah, the so-called white man have a punishment coming, yo. Right? And they're not looking at run it. Isn't it? In Job 14 verse 15. Verse 5, shall I say? Job 14 verse 5. Yeah, verse 4. You see me? There is no outrunning it, yo. There's no prolonging it. You see me? There's no escaping it. There's no tricking the Heavenly Father into not punishing you, yo. Though you feed our people, you see me, the wine of confusion and have them do all kind of nonsense, thinking that the Heavenly Father going continue punishing us and leaving you in power. Yeah. Though you do all those things, yet the Spirit of the Lord is raising up. You see me, the elect right now, yo. Even in the midst of the confusing propaganda that you're spreading, even in the midst of all the witchcraft that you cast upon our people, yo, even in the midst of the poison that you feed our people, the Lord is raising up His elect, yo, right? The Lord is rebuilding the fallen tabernacles of David, yo. Go on.
Job 14 verse 5, seeing his days are determined,
right.
The number of his months are with
Read
thee.
from verse 4.
Verse 4, Job 14 verse 4, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
Right, and the so-called white man was made to be unclean, yo. There's no making him clean, isn't it? Right, so someone like GOCC that teach that they have some Edomites that go and forsake their fathers and come back We're not gonna come back, but come to the suit and hey, no, yo. There's no bringing a clean thing out of an unclean thing, yo. This man was created for a purpose, and that's the purpose he was created for. Full stop, yo. Go on.
Verse 5, seeing his days are determined,
Right.
the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Right, the scripture saying second Ezra, chapter 5, it says by measure as he measured the times, yo. Right? And he does not move nor stir it till a said measure be fulfilled. Right? So the so-called white man's time is measured. Just like how when the Neo Babylonian Empire was ruling, right? They are a set time, yo. Right?
Most I say with the Babylon Empire, Nebuchadnezzar, him say
These are determined, yo.
he say thou had weighed and measured.
And found wanting, yo. You see me? So it's the same thing with the so-called white man, yo. Right? And the same thing with the Persian, the Medo-Persian Empire that ruled after. The same thing with the Grecian Empire that ruled after. And the same thing now, yo, with the revised Roman Empire that's ruling today, yo. Right? Esau has his time, yo. What?
This is Amos 1 verse 11. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
Right?
Because he did pursue his brother Jacob with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and kept his wrath forever.
Right. Christians would like you to believe that Edomites no longer exist. Right? Because they don't want to accept the fact that there is a nation of people, a race of people, right, that will be judged, yo. Right? They don't want to believe that there is such thing as racial judgment, yo. But even the Father is a racist God, yo. You see me? Even the Father is a racist God. Right? And even the Father, right, is about dishing out punishment upon nations, yo. Right? And Esau as a nation has perpetrated hatred to our people, yo, from the time of Esau all the way up to now, yo. What?
But I will send a fire upon Teman, and shall devour the palaces of Basra.
Right, spiritually talking about what? America, yo.
Right.
Lord shall send a fire, which is what? Thermonuclear fire upon him, yo. What?
Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of the children of Ammon, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
Right, so the Ammonites, right, which are the so-called Japanese, and all these other nations, yo, the Lord will not turn away their punishment, yo. Right? The Lord, it is, you just say, the Lord will not at all acquit the wicked, yo. Right, give me that. Nahum chapter 1. Listen me, read it, brother. You're not going further. Right, Nahum chapter 1. Which book that is? Amos. Bible manager, man.
Yeah, never recognized it.
There you go, yeah. Nahum chapter 1.
This is
Carry from verse 1, man.
Nahum 1 verse 1. The burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Elkoshite.
And Nineveh was pretty much like Babylon the Great, yo. You see me? It was the capital city of the Assyrian Empire and the Babylonian Empire, yo. You see me? It was that city where pretty much everybody go to fuck with. Just like America, yo. And specifically in America, you have cities like New York City, Los Angeles, you see me, Las Vegas, all these different things. You see me, where sins and wickedness pretty much concentrated, yo. Nineveh was like that, yo. You see me? And this is what the Lord say about Nineveh. And also what the Lord is saying about America, the so-called white man, right?
Verse 2. The Most High is jealous. Verse 2, the Most High is jealous, and the Lord revengeth.
Right?
The Lord revengeth and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
You see, that's the part of the Bible that the Christians don't read. Right? That the Lord reserveth what? Vengeance and anger and wrath for his enemies, yo. So that means that what? By default, the Lord has enemies. How do you identify the enemies of the Heavenly Father? By simply identify the people of the Heavenly Father, which are the Israelites. Every other person then marked as what? The enemies. Right? Motherfucker, you have some of our people right now who are playing the part of the enemy, yo. 2/3 of our people, yo. And Scripture say what? The Lord reserved the wrath for them, yo. So the Lord is not just a God of love. Right? Yes, He's a God of love, but He's also a God of hate, a God of destruction, a God of anger, yo. Right? There's a balance to it, yo.
Have a time for everything.
It can. And just like saying Ecclesiastes 17 is a time and place for everything's under the earth, yo. You can't just love alone, friend. What?
The Lord is slow to anger and great in power,
Right?
and will not at all acquit the wicked.
Right?
The Lord is way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet.
The Scripture said the Lord will not at all acquit the wicked, yo. Right? And the word acquit means to exempt from punishment, yo. Right? The Lord will not exempt the so-called white man from his punishment, nor the other nations, yo. Right? The Lord is what? The Lord is slow to anger, yo. But the Lord is, and again they say the Lord is long suffering. Right? So he's waiting until what? Until our sins are reached unto heaven, which is no, yo. Right? Though this is why we see, you know, starting with 2020, the year of prophecy, we see this year start off with such an explosive start, yo. Isn't it?
This is Ezekiel. Let me start from verse 5. This is Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel, which is us, man. Then so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, West Indian Asians, yo. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity, at an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Seest thou not as blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Right. So the so-called white man has pursued blood. So what? Blood are pursuing you. Right? In setting kingdoms by shedding blood. So what? Blood are pursue you until what? Until you be utterly cast away, yo. Yeah. Until you be utterly no more. What?
This is 2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Right, so it's a righteous thing to judge you, right? To execute punishment, yo. Right? People would like you to think that, you know, it's unrighteous to punish, it's unrighteous to put people to death, you see me, and all these things, yo. But no, there's a righteous way to put somebody to death, yo. You see me? There's a righteous way to punish somebody. There are laws that the Heavenly Father set up. Laws, statutes, judgments, customs that the Heavenly Father set up for the earth, not just our people, but for the earth to abide by, yo. Right? You see me? But especially our people. And if you don't abide by those laws, statutes, and judgments, then what? Then you'll be punished. Right? It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. If you live in a society where you start to be a fuck, then you're going to be unhealthy. No, that's the result of you eating fuckery. Yeah? But if you eat properly, you exercise regularly, then you're going to be healthy. Right? It's the same thing with the laws. Where these laws, what? Ways of sin, death.
Yeah, on the road, you drive is the law, on the road, so you have a steep left.
Right.
You're going over in the right lane, you're dead.
That's simple as that.
Stoplight to stop,
And
you don't want to stop, you go cross the you're going to die. You know what I mean? You end up in a jail or prison because you break the stoplight. So, hospital.
Last week, I bring out my youth, and there's a huge line of traffic. You see me, when you get to find out what's going on, some idiot decides they're going to speed in a one narrow road. End up can't take the corner properly, so him slide go over the right side of the road and slam right underneath one trailer. The whole of the front car right off. You're not judging, yo. Eh? Your money go park right underneath the trailer, right? You see me? Right off completely, and one just one little scratch up on the trailer. I know the trailer big enough. You see me? So the dog just go underneath the trailer. The way I like the trailer hard. You see me?
You say cut off the top?
Yeah, man. Ain't done. what? I done it done, Bridget. I cut them up and cut the car from underneath the trailer, Bridget. I done it done. It's done.
Yeah.
Isn't it? The wage of sin is dead.
Yeah.
You see me? And people look on and see the things like that, and people don't fear. And fears alright, you what? And the Lord did this. No. They're going to blame the man and say, you probably have something fucking. Yeah, fucking do, yes, but who make him do the fucking? And why the Lord make him do the fucking?
A lot of our people, they have momentarily, like in the moment, fear. Yeah, I think I'm in the moment, they fear. You know, they go on and party.
People have amnesia, man.
Yeah,
Short term memory loss.
Short term.
You see me? Short term memory. Hey, the other day when the earthquake nearly liquid, you hear how Jamaica blessed. I know we should fear and you believe our special devotion at my school. You see me? And them still never there take it seriously. You see me? Until the Spirit nudge me and say, yo, go up there. Go up there. I'm going to take the mic, I'm going to read Luke 13. Yo, read Luke 13 and 1. You see me? You see me? Because no people don't fear you, and even that day, you see me, everybody, they check themselves, yo, you see me. But by the end of the day, back to normal. You see me, read Luke 13 verse 1, because people like say, yo, oh look for 80, the 7.0 only 80 and 80 get fucked. 7.8 like Jamaica and we just there, we blessed. First of all, they never hit them. You see me, you're looking at the sea. If that rasting liquor we done for you, and there's no exempt in Jamaica from judgment, we're more righteous than Haiti, yo.
Hey, but those are just, it's a warning shot. You know what I mean? From most side, because most side don't, it's a miss. You know what I mean? Not that, yeah, most it's keep it like, in a second.
It's like dead shot. And dead shot don't miss.
Dead shot don't miss.
Most side don't miss, yo.
You know what I mean? When dead shot, when you make a shot and you know, and purpose to do it. You know, so the most I stay, the most I know it and miss, yo.
So shall my word be, yo.
Yeah,
good photo of my mouth, yo.
So like, Luke 13 verse 1, they were present at that time. It's like they were present at that season. Some that told him of the Galileans, whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices. And Yahushua answering said unto them, suppose ye that these Galileans were sinners above all the Galileans, because they suffered such things? I tell you, nay, but except ye repent, ye shall likewise perish.
Continue with that.
Or those 18 upon whom the tower of Siloam fell and slew them. Think ye that they were sinners above all men that dwell in Jerusalem? I tell you, nay, but except ye repent, ye shall likewise perish.
Right.
Ye shall all likewise perish.
God. Or people like to look upon the destruction of others and say, oh, them did wicked, them did deserve it. That now to me, we're righteous. You see me? Sanctified. God church every Sunday or Saturday or whatnot. You see me? But except you repent, yo. And a lot of our people, first of all, them don't acknowledge the facts of them wicked. Right? Because in order to repent, you have to first acknowledge the fact that you need saving, yo. Right? And then after you acknowledge that, you have to be penitent, yo. The word repent means to come back penitent, yo. To come back sorry. Right? So people don't even acknowledge the fact that them going off. They justify themselves in the wickedness, yo. Right? But when the Lord says, except you repent, you shall all likewise perish. So the nation of Jamaica, who like to say that they are blessed, and they're going to visit 23rd, 2050, and God are bless the island of Jamaica. No, yo. Right? I did a video upon the article today where a pastor pretty much say, yo, Jamaica needs to turn to God to break the crime monster, yo. It's not just the crime monster, it's the destruction, the famine, the mass death that's coming, yo. Right? But they made the comparison, which is a beautiful comparison, that the nation of Israel suffered every time they forsook the Heavenly Father, yo. Right. We are the nation of Israel, yo.
That's right.
Yeah, he's saying that not knowing that he is also an Israelite.
We are a part of the nation of Israel who have forsook the Heavenly Father, yo. Calling on Serapis Christus, yo. Right? That other white meat.
Where is it? Where See that?
You see me? That's what we're calling on, yo. Saying that is our God, yo.
That's what you people call on.
Hey, the scripture say what? Our people have forsaken Heavenly Father and hewn them out cistern. Yeah. Broken cistern that can hold no water, yo. Yeah. Right? People, gods that cannot save you, yo. Right? So when the time come, when the time of judgment come, right? How will you then be defended? Right? What the Lord are going to do? The Lord are going to laugh, yo. Right? Read where, brother.
This is Zephaniah 3 verse 5. Therefore the Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame.
Exactly what scripture say. Every morning he bringeth his judgment to pass. He faileth not. But the unjust what? Knoweth no shame. Right? Shame is something you feel when somebody catch you in the act of doing something unrighteous. Right? You feel that guilt, your conscience prick you and you feel ashamed. But what? He said the unrighteous know it no shame. Hey, just like these women, yo. These women commit witchcraft, adultery. You see me being thoughts and all that. But what? They're not ashamed yo when they tell us that them sexually liberated. Them empowered. You see me these men commit adultery, fuck on a man, woman, push them right up in the nastiness. But what? Them go for the song them and say what? Them as galleys. Them take their next man, next one woman and you know them feel like they them at shit. You see what? They unjust know it no shame. But yet the Lord do what? Bring forth in judgment every day the Lord slay them like flies, yo. In the most gruesome ways. But the people don't look on and fear. Even the Father said, if I be a master, where is my fear? Right? If I be a father, where is my respect? Where is my reverence, yo? Right? Or a part of the national anthem. You see me say what? Something about Father. Eternal Father, bless our Lord, don't it? You see me? So if we call him Father, where is his fear? Where is his reverence, yo? If you wanted to bless your land, why is it that you're not keeping the laws how you're supposed to, yo? Right? Matter of fact, this is not your land. This is not the land of Israel. You're supposed to be begging to leave this land, yo. Because this is not your rest.
Jeremiah 8 and 12. Were they ashamed when they had committed abominations? Nay, they were not at all ashamed.
Not at all.
Nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore shall they fall among them that fall. In the time of their visitation, they shall be cast down, said Yahweh.
Hey, what did the scripture say? The key, that's the same people are all dogs. 2/3 of people, all dogs. They don't have no conscience against people when they do, yo. Right? Hey, that's the difference between the 1/3 and the 2/3, yo. You talk to a member of the 1/3, they're gonna feel in their conscience, yo. Right? That's why the scripture says, oh, blessed is the man, the Lord will not, blessed is the man whose sins are forgiven, in whose spirit there is no guile, yo, because in the spirit, right, the elect gonna feel cut, yo. The elect gonna feel ashamed. They're gonna blush inwardly and say, yo, John was sorry, fuck with me, please repent. Talk to a 2/3. Them blaze up fire. You see me? Right, you say, yo, Carrick a fool, and he what? And he will be angry, yo. 2/3 of our people are fools, yo. Yeah. You see me? So we don't what? We don't cast some pearls before them, yo. Let's say what? Let's trample up on him and turn around and rain dust, yo.
Because a fool is knowledge.
Right.
This is Psalms 14 verse 3. They are all gone aside. They are all together become filthy. There is none that doeth good. No, not one.
Right, and that's talking about the 2/3, yo. What about the entire nation of our people, you know, have gone astray from them and Father. Right, but the 1/3 were ordained, preordained to receive righteousness, to receive mercy of David, you know, right? Because David, what? David sinned. David committed murder and adultery. But the Lord had mercy upon him and established an everlasting covenant with him, right? So the elect will inherit the sure mercies of David. But because the elect have committed sins, you know, against him, the Father, what? The Lord said that the elect, through the Spirit, the elect is after the Most High's heart. Just like David is after the Most High's heart. How is the elect after the Most High's heart? Because the elect has a fucking conscience, yo. You see me? The elect yearns for what is righteous, yo. You see me? Right? So we, that's why the scripture calls us what? The tabernacle of David, yo. Right? Because we represent David in the spirit, yo. Right? The nation of the elect of the nation of Israel represent David in the spirit, yo. That's why he's the king. Right? Go on, brother.
This is Jeremiah 5 verse 1. Run ye to and fro to the streets of Jerusalem, and see now and know and seek in the broad places hereof, if we can find a man, if there be any that executeth judgment, that seeketh the truth, and I will pardon him. And though they say, the Lord liveth, surely they swear falsely. O Yahweh, are not thine eyes upon the truth?
Right.
Thou hast stricken them, but they have not grieved.
Right.
Thou hast consumed them, but they have refused to receive instruction.
Right.
They have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to turn. Therefore I said, surely these are poor. They are foolish, for they know not the way of Yahweh, nor the judgment of their God.
Right. The Lord punish them day by day, yo. Boy, what? They refuse to be corrected, yo. You see me? If them is see the earthquake will go on there, they out in the sea and say, yo, John will start see their warning, you see me? If all I will do do like welcome to Nineveh, when they made and then people were repenting in Nineveh were Israelites, yo. Israelites dwelling in Nineveh, yo. Right, they're telling that some of people dwell there, yo. It's not talking about the fucking Assyrians, yo. The Lord don't care about them people, yo. Right, the Lord care about his own people, yo. You see me? And it's saying that 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14, if my people shall call by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face, then I'm going to hear them from heaven and give them land. You see, more people don't want that, yo. More people don't want to accept. Hey, the thing is, it's not easy to accept that you're fucking filthy, yo. It's not easy to accept that you're wicked, that you're polluted, that you're nothing. People, you know, people are here that them fearfully and wonderfully made, them perfect. You see me? Them unique, them lovable. You see me? Them is all that and a bag of chips. No, you're nothing, yo. You're nothing. That's why you're supposed to accept, yo. Right? Only through Yahweh have you become something, yo. Right? Pastor, what? You hope that no man think of himself more than you ought, yo. Right? You don't want to exalt yourself too much, yo. Even Yahweh says when you come to a wedding, sitting at the lowest seat, yo. So that the person with video can come and say, oh friend, go up higher. Right? He that exalted himself shall be abased. Right? And he that humble himself shall be exalted. Yo. People don't want to humble themselves, yo. Especially our women, yo. Right? They want to be exalted. They want to be put on a pedestal. Right?
I start at verse 16, Revelation 3 verse 16, point in 17. Verse 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Because thou sayest, I am rich, and increaseth with goods. We're talking about our people. And increaseth with goods, and have need of nothing.
Right.
And knowest not that thou art wretched, and miserable, and poor, and blind, and naked. I counsel thee to buy of me gold, tried in the fire, that thou mayst be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayst be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear.
Right, hey, you read this to a nigga say, what the fuck you talking about? Look for my clothes, look for my car, look for my house. Right, because a nigga can't see past you, so, yo.
No.
A nigga don't have spiritual discernment, yo.
You know,
So I'm gonna say, where you talk about the new clocks and the trending.
Yeah,
Trending.
You know, trending you.
Hey, but him don't know that what? Him miserable, him wretched, him naked, him blind, him destitute, hungry.
Nasty.
You see me? Nasty, yo. You see me? Right, in the spirit, them naked, yo, and them not even ashamed of them naked, yo. You see me? Like my pass a madman, running so naked as the same body.
Yeah, I see him.
You see me?
I see one down for
That's how people, yo. That's 2/3 of our people. Naked and have no shame that them naked. Right?
This is Jeremiah 5 verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men.
Right?
They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch men. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit.
Hey, you see these politicians, our people run up and down behind every day and say, oh, them is the shit. If they knew the meetings that were held behind closed doors and the plans that are made every single day, you see me, to keep you people in poverty, keep you people slaughtering one another, keep you people dumbed down. You would fucking take up some pitchfork and go over God knows and burn down the grass. But a lot of people don't know, yo. that among our people are found some of the most wicked and evil men, yo. You see me? Hey, the scripture, the curse say, yo, that there was the tender man that is among you, the tender and delicate man that is among you, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, yo. You see me? And our people fulfill that perfectly, yo. Our people evil toward them one day, yo.
So you're right. The article we do the video on today. It's returned to the Most High if you want to break the crime monster, because the reason why we actually, our people killing each other, you don't know that it's a curse. You don't know that the Most High curses. If you actually do that, if you hate each other, man.
Right.
You know why? Because you break him law, you're disobedient, you're wicked towards the Most High.
So I'm wicked towards you.
So I'm wicked towards you. That's how it
just say
goes.
what? I have even taken my peace
Yeah.
from these people, yo. Why? Because you've done the things that were unprofitable, yo.
Yeah.
You see me? I'm telling a story in Ezekiel 16, yo. He give you the similitude of him find Israel, yo, and him take her up. You see me? Clean her up, put on nice gold clothes and jewelry. You see me? The finest satin, finest silk, feed her the best food and what? She get caught up in her beauty or what? They fucking all that, yo. It's like you take a woman off and do it like that. You see me? And you clean her up, put on the best clothes for her, feed her. So she look like the best thing, yo. And go on the road. And then she can say, yo, she too good for you now.
Yep.
And fuck Tom, Dick and Harry.
I see the same thing.
Oh, you have a feel, yo.
Same thing happened to and these are stories are situations that played out. Take every day. You have soldier will kill our woman. You said will killing woman because he send in school her, send her to college, spend much millions to get her through college. Then she come out and say she find greener pasture because she meet a liar. You know what I mean? So,
Bury that greener pasture.
and she did bury in the greener pasture because the man just shoot one spear and something on knife through her neck. So that's how it is. You cannot be invested in, and then you just careless to go dash away all the investment. Then when you're going to die.
Hey, and the thing is, all these things happen because we as men, seeing which are the head of the nation, seeing against them for the law, so what? Because your women and your daughters will commit adultery. I'm not going to kill them.
Yeah.
Or what? The Lord has not put them to death, yo. Right? So the fact that our women are unrighteous, right, is a result of we being unrighteous to our Heavenly Father. Right? So this is what it is. What? Like, the wife of Heavenly Father. So as we have committed spiritual adultery against the Father, it causes our women to commit physical adultery against us, yo.
Yep.
You see me? And every day our people still commit adultery against the Heavenly Father. We still worship in these idol churches. We still worship in philosophy. You see me? We still worshiping Buddha. You see me? We still calling ourselves Muslims. Some of us worship our women. Some of us worship these entertainers, yo. And these different actors. Some of us worship politicians. Worship our parents. Right. You see me? For what? All you doing is what? Committing adultery, yo. Spiritual adultery. Right? So what? If you crime months, you're not going to leave. You see me? You're not going to leave. It's God. When the pastor tell him to turn to that God where I promote. That's the God of the Bible, yo. You see me? The God where I promote. You see me? He's a fairy tale.
Yeah, that's what I said. We are quoting on Jeremiah. Build them out cisterns, broken cisterns, we can run no water because you call a man to turn from that. Come over to your thing.
Your thing, I fuck with
your thing a madness. You know what I mean? So it don't make no sense. It's because you them run from mountain to hill. See, and it says our people are run from mountain to hill. And none of the mountain to hill where them are run from, they're profitable in vain.
This is Jeremiah 3 verse 6. The Lord Yahweh said also unto me in the days of Josiah the king, hast thou seen that which backsliding Israel hath done? She's gone up every high mountain, under every green tree, and there hath played the harlot.
Hey, right now, we're playing the harlot. Two countries we're playing the harlot right now. US and China. You see me? We don't China. And what? We're harlotry, we're adultery. It's coming, it's catching up to us. You see me? The US Secretary of State has paid quite a few visits to Jamaica. You see me? Warning us. You see me? In no uncertain terms. You see me? That the friendship, the economic friendship that we develop in the economic process that we develop in China, right? Is not profitable to their hegemony.
Hey, you have to be you have to be really naive to want to play both upon two sides and expect that there will be consequences. You know, and that the society push when it comes to man and woman. You can't expect a woman to jump from Tom, Dick and Harry and I tell one man say you are the man and I tell one next man say you are the man, say everybody believes say you are the man. You see me I say and then expect there's no consequences.
See the thing is, when people want to treat the symptoms and not the illness, them say, oh, alright, the man them stop the woman them and stop going like up to them. Tell the woman them to stop being fucking wicked. Because the man them not kill them for no reason. The man them just kill them and kill the woman unless he's mentally ill. You see me?
But that's why we don't listen to these celebrities, man. Bounty Killer was giving a speech, I think at Dewey, and saying that they're just paying for the spot. You pay for it. It's a maintenance, so when you pay for it and the time for you leave, just leave, make the next man start pay for it. And these are the things that are what these people push. And you have an audience, you are listening to him and I say, yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just pure wickedness, man. From the men on top and to the smaller ones. You can't invest, there's no way a man will go off investment, yo. If it's like investing in one stock, if you start crash, you're gonna feel right, man. See, you're gonna feel away, you're gonna feel mash up, yo. See, if you invest thousand millions in a stock.
Hey, look on the flip side. You see me? Look for them money, I can say how them man being invested in them and treat them on the wife and really. You see me? But the result of me investing in a woman and being a woman and I'm if you just know that, you don't want to invest in a woman again. So therefore all I want to get cheated as what? As garbage show. You see me? Man, that's how fuck with all this and they want to say what? No good man than them. Yeah, because when the good man then cheat the properly, we don't go fuck on them. Yeah? Because what? They get boring. We don't want somebody who are beating and keep them down the shore. You see me? That's not them one. And
the same thing. And them love that. Them love that, yo. Then, the same thing what happened to the men or the situation, yo, with men killing a woman because them go beat on east, right? The same thing we do to the Most High. Then, and the Most High hurt them. See, because guess what, we turn on to other gods and I worship other gods, committing adultery and fornication with other gods, man. See, it's the same situation. Precept report in Ezekiel 16, man. Him say I'm washing thoroughly, him deck you. Saying him perfectly deck you out, man. Saying set you up perfectly beauty. Saying when nations desire to be like. And yes, you use what was given unto you to create one image to worship, yo. And I worship the gods from other nations. You use the gold with the Heavenly Father give to you and create an image. And say, yo, this are the God. And say, yo, this are the wilderness. And say, yo, this is the God that brought us out of Egypt, man. How you think the Heavenly Father feel, yo?
The Noah and Father see some 5 kings, isn't it? And then Moses died just 40 days or something like that, isn't it? And then you say, boy, I forsake with. Make a calf and say, well, I deceive with.
Yeah. No,
really do a virgin?
I'm a precept.
Akan, this is Deuteronomy 6 verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord Yahweh, our power is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might.
Right, and that's one of the ones. That is the first commandment, yo. That is the first commandment, and the second is likewise, is thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. All people don't love the Lord, yo. Right? They like to say, I love God. But how do you show that you love God, yo? You see me? When you tell them to stop before them, I'm going to justify it. You see me? And say that, you know, let them free eat and they fucking thing they want. They're going to stop it to us. Or eat some dance.
Some shit.
Some shit.
You won't do that.
Bless it and call it, you know?
Hey, as we always say, anything where you any meat kind, where you prepare, you can be prepared for taste very good, man. See? any meat kind of prepare, you can prepare it to taste good. That no mean say it's lawful. See? What is healthy for you, a lot of times when it don't taste good. In terms of like, for example, bitter herbs, man. When you're taking bitter herbs, it don't taste good for the tongue. They don't taste good. But what the health benefits we have for the body, it's amazing, yo. So the same thing with meat. You see, most of the time create clean and unclean. You make a difference, you make a separation, and they have a purpose for both. They unclean, clean up the earth like pigs. Pigs are scavengers. We clean up the earth, man. Them damn shit. On any kind of flesh you throw in front of them. See? Them dead carcasses. See? They eat anything we put in front of them, that's their purpose. They same for the junker. The only difference between a junker and a pig is that one fly and one walk, man. And them look different. But them serve the same purpose. See? By cleaning up the earth. See?
Human being pig are eating.
Yeah, I know.
So this is Matthew chapter 15 verse 7. It says, "Ye hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying, These people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me."
That's all our people do, man. See, them a claim say, them a worship the Heavenly Father, but in spirit and truth, them not really worship the Heavenly Father. See, them a worship an image where them conceive in their own mind, you see, and represent as the Heavenly Father, but it's not the Heavenly Father. Because the Heavenly Father have precise guidelines of what you're supposed to do if you come to worship Him. See, you have a set of things where you need to do, man. Right? Get me first Titus. Get me Titus 1 and 15. See me Titus 1 and 15.
Finish this.
Yeah.
"But in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men."
Exactly, man. Teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Because the doctrine that them are preaching in the churches is not of the Heavenly Father, it's not subscribed to the scriptures. See, when you come out and you say, Trinity, you have a doctrine like the Trinity, Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. You have a doctrine such as virgin birth. You have a doctrine such as hell. You see that you have a hell with man with long pitchfork. You see, and red spandex suit. See, like him a Power Ranger. See me, that is not the doctrine of the Heavenly Father, man. See, them a preach for doctrine, the commandments of men. Understand?
This is Titus chapter 1 verse 15. "Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure."
Exactly, unto the pure all things are pure. I have a scripture in the 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 21 say, "You prove all things and hold fast that which is good." You see me? When you're going to the church, you're supposed to have question your pastors. It's all when niggas come up here, so because we know in a jacket and tie, them well want to challenge we. You see me? Because we now have no, we call it them theological degrees, them want to come challenge we because them believe say, yo, we know basically seek out the truth of the Heavenly Father. See, when I search out the scriptures.
Remember one day a man come and ask if you got theology school. And when the brother them on time, you can see him face expression like, "We don't know shit then, brother. We don't have no certificate." You see me? Because to them we look ignorant, man. You see me? Because now we don't go to school for this, man. But this is a gift from the Heavenly Father.
See me? And the scripture already tells us, yo, judge not unto the outward countenance, but judge by the heart. Heavenly Father don't judge by your countenance or how you look, but you judge by the heart. See? Because when Samuel went to Jesse and said, yo, look at man, the Heavenly Father chose one of your son, them, you know. See? Jesse, I bring out all of the big one, them. I say, yo, I him this enough. I don't say none of him that, brother. You see, so when it's yo, just say, yo, we don't know more. Man say, yo, you have one out there that feels them, brother. Go for him, and him one. You see me? You see the ones that look like rejects. You see me? See me, yeah? Them pastors in our teacher things, yo. So unto the pure, all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled.
Right. unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure.
God, unbelieving, 11 and 39. See, it's nothing pure, man. Them that are unbelieving. See, it's nothing pure because them not try to understand the simplicity of the doctrine. Them always are trying to look for how you look. You see, them are trying to look for how you stay. Oh, the brother you look clean, though him have on all of an Adidas pants. See me? That means him have money, that means him know him attack. See me? But no, because me and my look a fool. Because me and my look a fool, me no know no.
Me
Me no have a jacket and tie and me. You see, me not suave.
You not speak.
Oh yeah, we not anything.
I not speak
I wish word
eloquently.
degree means to set down, yo. It's in the damn word degree. The meaning of the word. It's a degrading word, man. It means to step down. But yeah, they are step down from the truth because they're not teaching the pure knowledge and understanding of the scripture.
Right.
Right, bro?
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 16.
Right.
Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his
Exactly.
words are not heard.
Wisdom is better than strength, man. See me, but because we don't look a certain way, we don't talk eloquently. The prophets they never speak eloquently. Even Paul tell himself, say, yo, I'll be rude in speech, but not in knowledge. See me? Them never have no look deep and happen, all of them type of words and so forth. See me? But them be fully grounded in the school, in the scriptures. You understand? Have a question?
It's Luke 11 verse 39.
Right?
And Yahweh said and the Lord said unto him, Now do ye the Pharisees make clean the outside of the cup and the platter, but your inward part is full of revelling and wickedness. Ye fools, did not ye that made that which is without? Ye fools, did not he that made that which is without, that which is within also?
Exactly, yo. Because at the time, Pharisees them love basically broaden them phylacteries and look well. See me? Them a make
Yeah, just start at 23. Not put mind.
them a make clean the outside appearance. But them not basically clean them mind, them not clean them conscience. See? Them not refine themselves according to the spirit. Right?
ROG2.
Almost ready here, a few seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Exactly, man. Young people are focused more upon carnality than upon righteousness. See? And that's what these pastors do most. See me? You have a pastor in a Portland right now. When them do them look get together and gathering and somebody go do a basically a item. They call it an item with a performance or whatever them do, a poem whatever. You see it? What them do is that them take money and fund on the person. Understand? To show you say them not think about the spirituality of it. Them not think about the reception of whatever spiritual message that there is. See, but them not think about what? Money. See, the scripture tell them money is the root of all evil. See, that is all in the hearts of these people nowadays. In the hearts of men. In the hearts of the pastors, them rule over these people. Right? And that's why when we don't come out here, we not talk about money. We not talk about we are live lavish. We get looked down upon. See?
So we're not what this Ecclesiastes 9 and 16. Let me use this and back it up. It says, Then said I, wisdom is better than strength.
Right?
Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard.
Exactly. The poor man's wisdom is despised. See? But the scripture say wisdom is better than strength, because one of the things them right now, which are well is a part of the wisdom, is that we realize say the fashion of this world passed away. See? We realize say all the qualities of this world now can ever get you saved. You can have the hypest car, you can wear the most luxurious clothes. See, that no mean nothing in the eyes of the Heavenly Father. And that's why even in the last prayer, say you tell us say you get what is sufficient for the roughly paraphrasing. You see, you get your daily bread. You see, it's supposed to focus on that, because it's supposed to focus more heavily on the prophets and the words and watching what is about to come. You understand, remember?
Right. Ecclesiasticus chapter 13 verse 23. When a rich man speaketh,
right,
every man holdeth his tongue.
So when a rich man come out, what do you hear me see Andrew Holness when him do campaign and election and thing? Block off the wall and don't have a tree road. See him go up and quote Bible. All of a sudden people want to know why him talk about Bible.
The whole place.
You see? The whole place back out. You see? And that man don't know that damn thing about the Bible. Right. But he might use the Bible as a means to basically cast illusions over the mind of the people. Right. You see? So scripture does say when a rich man speaketh, everybody hold them tongue.
Right.
What?
It says when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue and look.
Right.
And when he said,
you can imagine all them mouth wide open. I wonder where this man has said no. Yeah. I'm just speaking. Shh. But when we there up there so speak, nobody have no respect. You see him to just come and listen. They have niggas just come up. Yo, what the money you press out talk about? Niggas listen, brother, you must hear what we are talking. Bro?
Says they extol it to the clouds.
Right?
But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? Yo, but should guarantee enough people pass right to say, how am I doing? How do people come from? I want to come from.
Come off the road. Yeah. Where you gonna come from? So nice, right?
Where you gonna come from? Yo, a girl literally stopped one day, you see, out there on the road, and it's like, the brother we have preach, you see, the brother we have prophesy. Right. The man attack, clean fatwa. She said, hello, sir. What are you guys? He said, we are Israelites. That's some answer, you know. So we are Israelites. Want to come from Israel? He said, let's have a look and scratch me because I want the deep, yo. Like, we can't speak a particular way. You see, in plain fatwa. You see? And she literally asked him to come from Israel. That deep, yo. Anyways, I want people to
and if he stumble,
right,
they will help to overthrow him.
Exactly, yo. See me, once slip on a certain standard in the eyes of these people, you see, if we ever make a mistake or something in our world or whatever, don't say that this, we cannot listen to this man.
You can tell a lie upon a rich man and not defenders. You can tell a lie upon a poor man, you end up losing life.